mean, so Diddy's not having a good time. Like I said, he's in solitary confinement, not solitary confinement. He's on suicide watch, which is basically the same thing. And so, and also he's not eating. He's not eating at the moment because he doesn't trust the food because he thinks people are trying to poison him. And then boom, bam, that's the end of Diddy. So he's not eating. And so now they have to move him over to the side of the criminals who actually didn't do anything. And they've got him bunked up with none other than Sam Bankman-Fried.
What are we doing?
STF, SBF, FTX, the crypto billionaire, 20-year-old prodigy. This kid with the curly hair. Sam Bankman-Fried is now sharing a room, a jail cell with P. Diddy. And so you can only assume three things are happening. You know for a fact, as soon as Diddy got there, he established that he was in charge, and Sam is 100% the bitch.
What are we doing?
And so, and also at the same time, Diddy is definitely aware of who Sam Bankman-Fried is. I wouldn't be surprised if Sam Bankman-Fried was at a Diddy party.
What are we doing?
We don't have confirmation of that, but now it kind of all starts to make sense in my head. He's there. They're going to escape together. Diddy thinks that Sam is smart enough to break him out, just like Prison Break. They're going to try to escape jail together. And then as soon as they do, we're getting a Puff Daddy coin.
What are we doing?
You will see most likely a Puff Daddy coin hit the blockchain within the next few years. As soon as one of these boys gets out and access to a computer on the internet, there's going to be a P. Diddy cryptocurrency coming soon to a Twitter feed near you. I mean, it's inevitable at this point. If Diddy is bunking with Sam Bankman-Fried, you can guarantee Sam is just talking his fucking ear off about crypto and NFTs and how the blockchain works and all this shit, and Diddy's just digesting it. And this is how Diddy thinks he's going to make his next $1 billion once he inevitably gets off of all of these charges. But unfortunately, it doesn't look too good for Diddy on the mere fact of getting off of all these charges because, you know, we've got advocates out here like freaking like Nancy Grace, dude. Nancy Grace covering the Diddy story is one, something on your bingo card you didn't expect for this year, and two, just a brilliant breakdown of her journalist, I don't even know how to describe what Nancy Grace is or does anymore. But here she listen to Nancy Grace basically explain to the world how Eminem the rapper, Marshall Mathers, is solely responsible for bringing down P. Diddy via one of his most recent songs. I mean, just take a look.
Has anybody heard of Eminem, for Pete's sake? One of the greatest rappers that has ever lived. He's a lyrical genius. I mean, if you listen to you may not like some of the words he uses, but the man is brilliant. Everybody on the panel, listen to this.
Yeah, right, here we go.
These are lyrics from Eminem, and he is talking about, I'll just say, a friend. And he says, because they like where my homies out west stay. Yeah, what we can just say, what? I'm like a rapper. R-A-P-E-R.
Listen, the fact that we have Nancy Grace in 2024 live on national television breaking down, working her way through, trying to explain Eminem, Marshall Mathers, Slim Shady lyrics on national television when it is directly related to Sean Diddy Combs being currently incarcerated for sex trafficking and other heinous crimes. This wasn't, what reality are we in?
What are we doing?
my homies out west stay. Yeah. What we can just say, what? I'm like a rapper. R-A-P-E-R.
I mean,
got so many essays talking about friends. And then he says, Eminem says, wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, Diddy. I mean, is everybody blind?
Nancy Grace figured it out.
Do it.
God damn it, Nancy Grace. Nancy Grace figured it out. Is everybody blind? She says. I mean,
he's talking about friends, essays. He's talking about out west, Combs. And he says, I'm like an R-A-P-E-R, raper. Got so many essay, friends. And then Eminem has a, well, let me say backbone since I gave up cussing. Wait, he didn't just spell the word rapper and leave out a P, did he? He's clearly...
He didn't leave out a P, did he?
What are we doing?
Ow!
calling Combs a raper. And then he goes on to say, R.I.P., rest in peace, Biggie, and Pac, both of y'all should be living.
Wait. Did she say Pac? She called him Pac, not Pac? Like, what? She says Pac.
And Pac, both of y'all. And Pac, both of y'all, Biggie, and Pac, both of y'all.
What are we doing?
Living. But I ain't trying to beef with him because he might put a hit on me like Keffy D. Get him?
Keffy.
And that's the only way
Keffy?
you're going to be killing me. I mean, Eminem puts it out there.
Eminem should be the first witness on the stand.
What are we doing?
Eminem is putting all of it out there. We need to now go through every single one of Eminem's songs line by line, and we basically, that's it. It's a slam dunk. P. Diddy, you're going to jail. And that's where you'll be for the rest of your life because it's all right here. Eminem said it. Eminem said it in the song.
What are we doing?
That's what we're dealing with, folks. And it's just one of those situations where I'm not sure what to feel about it. And that's it. It's spelled out right here. He said R-A-P-E-R. He didn't just leave out one more P, did he? P. Diddy. Do you not understand? What don't you understand? My producer's behind the camera right now. Shay, he doesn't understand. I'm going to fire his ass. He doesn't What don't you, P. Diddy? You know what I mean? And so with Nancy Grace out here, and especially with the lawyer.
What are we doing?
Especially with the lawyer, dude. When the lawyer starts doing the interviews and it becomes blatantly clear who he is and what he's doing and the type of case he's building for P. Diddy, it's not looking good. It's not even looking really that good. Like, his lawyer is essentially a clown.
What are we doing?
His lawyer is a clown. And for having like $1 billion, you would think Diddy would like have been able to find and afford someone with at least 2 to 3 brain cells. Like, I'd imagine you could even, like, with the money Diddy has, you could not even pay probably half the amount you're paying this lawyer to fucking, what's it? Give it to Bob Odenkirk to reprise his role as Better Call Saul Goodman. And based on the lawyer knowledge he gained from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, he'd probably be a better representation for you, P. Diddy, than whoever this guy is.
What are we doing?
I mean, just listen to him. This is him explaining. This is P. Diddy's lawyer explaining to the guys over at TMZ exactly where and how and why we've got 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Why does Diddy have 1,000 bottles of baby oil? Let's ask his lawyer. He would know best.
Freak-offs. But, you know, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles?
Let's stop it right there before we even get to the loop.
What are we doing?
So his lawyer is already taking what we know is happening. Like you don't need a 40-foot bed in the backyard for a simple threesome, my friend. Like these are not threesomes. These are people with you know, multiple people at a time, he's filming it illegally. Like the people are there against their will. They're being forced to sign documents and affidavit and just like NDAs. And essentially this isn't like the lawyer is just like coming up with any blatantly out of the book, whatever the book says excuse for all of Diddy's escapades. So whenever he's like, hey, hey, lawyer of P. Diddy, what's up with the freak offs, dude? And the lawyer's just like, yeah.
Genuinely threesomes. How do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, you know, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home.
Yep.
I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
That's it.
What are we doing?
That's it, baby. Okay, listen, he's trapped now because he already knows he failed on the freak-offs question, and we've now need an explanation for the 1,000 bottles of baby oil. He's like, I don't think it was 1,000. No, the U.S. attorney, the president, Joe Biden, came out of hibernation to actually say, word for word, it was 1,000 bottles. That's exactly what he said. That's a real fact. You don't have to Google it. That's exactly what he said. And this is where we're at. So now he has to just come up with what makes the most sense. Oh my God, 1,000. Okay, 1,000 bottles of baby oil, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. 1,000's a lot. 1,000's a lot. A lot is bulk. Humans. Okay, humans buy bulk. Where do they buy bulk? Sam's, BJ's, Costco. Who? Shit. Where does Diddy live? Where does he live? What does he have? Is it Costco? Is it Sam's? What do I say? It's Costco. Diddy lives near Costco, and that's why he has $1,000 of baby oil. Final answer, yes or yes?
What are we doing?
For an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know what you need 1,000
so nervous.
for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. You know, I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in a parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot.
It's a lot.
What are we doing?
Okay. Let's just say it's a lot. It wasn't 1,000. Let's just say it a lot. Now, we've done our research because that's what we do here at the What Are We Doing Studios. It's right there written in black and white. First of all, we reached out, and of course, they reached out. Well, Costco said they did it on their own. We didn't really have to do this amount of work. We did a little bit of work. And so Costco said, hey, we don't actually sell that much baby oil, let alone any baby oil in the areas or the locations that we have around P. Diddy's houses.
What are we doing?
Costco seems to be smarter than the average human because they know not to sell baby oil around the places P. Diddy lives. And so also at the same time, the only place you can buy baby oil in those full-size bottles is in 5-packs. And so 1,000 bottles, he would have to buy 200 cases of baby oil. Now, I'd imagine, what do you think he's stacking? Like 10 or 20 cases a weekend? He goes once a week till he gets 1,000,
What
dude?
are we doing?
Like, let's kick it off. And and he doubles down, dude. I mean, the lawyer doesn't quit. The lawyer doesn't stop because he needs this to be the excuse. He needs this to be...
I've been with him since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's about almost 3 o'clock now. He's just laser focused. He's engaged. He's helpful. He's confident. You know, we're going through our defense as we do every day, and his spirits are relatively good.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know.
What are we doing?
It's one of the most exciting. It's one of the most exciting and inventive and innovative, and just all of the adjectives that go along with those, or simile, or metaphors, or subject. Hyperboles, whatever. I don't know what the word is. Whatever makes sense goes here, and that's where listen, this man has no excuses left. He knows his client is innocent. He knows his client needs to go to jail for life, but this man will receive the largest payment as a lawyer that he's ever made. This case will be the case of his life. This might retire him. This is probably going to be a very, very, very large payday for this lawyer. So he has to buckle down. He has to continue this narrative that P. Diddy loves going to Costco, dude. He's the Costco family guy.
What are we doing?
It's a big fucking cookie.
I've been with him since 8 o'clock this morning. He's confident. You know, we're going through our defense as we do every day, and his spirits are relatively good.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And you know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
Oh, that's our second.
What are we doing?
Okay, our now second. This is our defense. This is what he wants to take to trial. He knows that there's no chance in hell that this is getting through. Like, this is a trial case through and through if Diddy survives that long, and that will be his whole argument. They're consenting adults. Everyone at the party signed the form that said, hey, you read the whole document. You knew what was happening. They're going to throw all those documents on the table. And then he's going to try to convince the jury that consensual adults can have sex. Sex is not a bad thing. If we demonize sex, then we'll stop having it and we won't have any new people.
What are we doing?
Maybe someone like P. Diddy should probably stop having sex. Did we ever think of that, Mr. Attorney? Did we ever think of that?
You know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
They sent it to his house. They sent all the lube. They sent all the lube to his house. They redirected all 1,000 bottles of baby oil to this lawyer's house because he's just as much as a freak as P. Diddy is. And I mean, he's the best. He's a lawyer. This is where we're going. This is where we're going to be, and this is where we're going to stay.